All right, another spark and another build. Titans gather around. Today, we're digging into the secret language of tools and Titans. The syntax that defines every card in your deck.
We're talking about subtype tags. If you're coming from other TCGs, you might look for spell or trap. In Tools and Titans, those words don't exist. This game's identity is forged from the ground up.
Exactly. Every card is tagged with a purpose. A role rooted in tradecraft, engineering, and the weave itself. It tells you not just what a card does, but who it is.
But before we dive into the workshop manual, let's cover the basics. For anyone new, the rhythm of a match is simple and powerful.
So how do you play Tools and Titans? Easy. Draw your cards, charge your energy, build your field, act with your powers, clash with your Titans, end your turn. 6 steps, 1 epic battle.
That's the core loop. Now, let's see how labels make each step a masterpiece. We'll start with tool cards.
Right. These aren't generic items. First up is Blueprint.
A blueprint card is a schematic, a planned component. It might seem quiet when you play it, but it's waiting. It's the key to completing a specific task or structure, unlocking a bigger play down the line.
For combo players? Got it. What about building a front line?
Then you're looking for forged tools. These are heavy hitters with high cost and high durability. Their purpose is clear: control the board.
So, Blueprint's plan, forged controls. But what replaces traps? What's the ace up your sleeve?
That would be bait cards. These are your hidden, reactive tools. You set them face down and they trigger only when your opponent meets a specific condition. It's a preset snare, a carefully laid plan.
I like that. More tactical. Next on the list is Cast Engine. What's that?
Think automation. Cast engine tools are about timing, recursion, and momentum. They help you play other cards faster or bring things back from the junkyard. They are the heart of a well-oiled machine.
And for a more passive approach?
You'd use a support arm. These tools sit in your support zone, providing passive buffs. They aren't in the fight directly, but they make everything else you do more efficient.
Let's talk about the junkyard, the discard pile. Some Titans must be great at recycling.
They are. That's where the salvageable tag comes in. A tool with this subtype isn't gone for good. It's designed to be recovered from the junkyard, fitting Titans like Verdacia who embody sustainability.
Now for the darker side, the Rustborn have their own way of building.
They do, and it's twisted. The grafted subtype is a perfect example. These are modified hybrid tools. Imagine a good machine corrupted with Rustborn tech, forced into a destructive function. That's a grafted card.
And finally, for tools, Reinforced.
Reinforced is all about synergy. A reinforced tool might start out average, but its true power unlocks when fused with another card or a specific structure is on the field. It's a tool designed to be upgraded.
That's a lot of depth for one card type. These subtypes truly create entire strategies.
And that core gameplay loop is where those strategies unfold. It always comes back to the 6 phases of your turn.
Every Titan turn, draw, charge, building, act, clash, end.
6 steps, infinite ways to forge your victory.
All right, let's move to task cards. These subtypes define how you achieve your goals. First is Ascension.
Ascension tasks are the big ones. They are directly tied to your Titan's ultimate evolution. Completing one is a major step toward unlocking your Titan's final form, a core part of your win condition.
Long-term goals. What about shorter ones?
For that, you have milestone tasks. Think of these as checkpoints, smaller objectives that build toward a larger combo, keeping your engine running.
And some are tied to the weave, the elements?
Correct. Weavebound tasks require a specific type of elemental energy to be in play. This forces you to align your deck building with your Titan's elemental affinity.
I also see Hazard Quest.
Hazard quests are often for PvE modes. They task you with battling environmental conditions or a dungeon deck.
And the last one here, Echo Flow.
EchoFlow tasks synergize with repetition. They are completed when you trigger the same effect multiple times or create a recursive loop. Perfect for Titans who manipulate time.
Okay, let's talk about the Weave itself. Weave cards have subtypes too. First up, Pulse.
Pulse cards are your instant speed effects. You can play them during your opponent's turn to react to their moves. It's all about timing.
And for a sustained effect?
You're looking for a field line card. These create ongoing effects that influence the whole board. They set the rules of engagement until they're removed.
Next is Threaded.
A threaded Weave card is an investment. Its effect unfolds over multiple turns. It's slow, but the payoff can be massive.
And finally, Resonant.
Resonant Weave cards copy, modify, or amplify other Weave effects. It's a way to get double the value out of your best plays.
All right, what about structures? The first subtype is Fortified.
Fortified structures are your walls, your fortresses. They have high durability and are designed to protect your zones and your Titan. They buy you precious time.
What if I want structures that do more?
Then you want a live frame structure. These are reactive. They have effects that trigger when they take damage or are used. It turns your opponent's aggression into your advantage.
And task-linked?
These structures are connected to your task cards. They tie your board presence directly to your win condition.
Last one for structures, Echo-housed.
Echo-housed structures are like batteries for Weave effects. They can store, amplify, or repeatedly trigger your pulses. A centerpiece for any Weave-focused deck.
Okay, last category, Universal Subtypes. First is Modular.
Modular cards are all about flexibility. Their effect changes depending on the zone they're in. It gives you options.
Recastable sounds useful.
It is. Recastable cards can be returned to your hand or deck after being used. It's about reusing a powerful effect again and again.
And the last two, Durable and Instinctive.
A durable card has its own health. It can stick around and be used multiple times before it's gone. And instinctive is powerful. An instinctive card can be activated automatically for free the moment a condition is met. It bypasses normal timing, a true reflex.
Wow. So these subtypes aren't just labels. They are the entire strategic framework.
That's the core design. They replace generic terms to give every card a thematic and mechanical hook. They dictate deck building, enable synergies, and tell a story. A Titan-like drafter loves blueprints. A destructive Titan-like Fusio excels with forged tools.
It's forge-crafted identity. The tags define the strategy.
It's why every tag matters. From the first blueprint to the final instinctive reaction, it all comes back to the craft.
And that's our deep dive into the syntax of Tools and Titans. It's a game of purpose, design, and identity.
And in the end, it all flows through that same elegant rhythm. In every match of Tools and Titans, your tradecraft unfolds in 6 simple moves: draw, charge, building, act, clash, end.
Simplicity for the novice, mastery for the Titan.